I know, man, I've been dropping a lot of heat, man, a lot of content. I don't know if you guys have been noticing. Let me know in the comments if you noticed. Let me know what you want to see next. We've been doing vlogs. We haven't just been doing Mondays and Thursdays. We've been vlogging. We've been showing you guys behind the scenes. Been giving you guys nuggets besides just cutting hair. And just showing you guys a day in the life of an entrepreneur in the barber industry. One of the most beautiful industries in the world, in my opinion. But today we have a tutorial for you. I don't want to take up much more of your time, but I did want to take this time to let you guys know I'm looking for models constantly. Models for YouTube, models for classes, so that my students can cut your hair, so I can cut your hair. All of our students are professional barbers. They're good at what they do. They just want to be even better. This is continued education. This is not a barber school. So these are people who want to give you next level haircuts, and I'll be there along the whole cut, all that good stuff. So if you want to be a model for one of my next YouTube videos or one of my next classes, go to freehaircutsformen.com, freehaircutsformen.com. And if you just want a haircut and you don't want to be on YouTube or be, a model at one of my classes, you can do that too. It's gonna run you 100. But with that being said, here's the link right here, freehaircutsformen.com. Let's get started with this tutorial. YouTube. So this is actually another tutorial that I recorded in Puerto Rico at the San Juan Beauty Expo, or beauty show, I should say. We started off with a number 3 on the sides. We're cleaning our canvas, and it's gonna be a dumb high taper. Like, you guys remember the last video I did that was recorded in Puerto Rico, where it was a high taper as well. It's like one of those haircuts that I guess just aren't popular out here in Puerto Rico, but they love the cut once it was finished. When you see it here with the line put in, it's like, bro, what are you gonna do with this cut? Right? So I like to line it up, especially around the tapered area, so I can see it coming to life, see the fade, the gradients coming to life. And also, like I said, the last tutorial where we recorded here at the San Juan Beauty Show, I'd like the haircut to come to life, each section that I'm cutting, to keep the audience engaged. All right, so here we are, we're blending this out. We went with the blade open, and then we're gonna blend up from the guideline. So we were closed and we opened little by little the lever until we blended it out. There was a little bit of a line still here at the bottom, so I'm just buffing it out with the Babyliss Skeleton FX. All right, our next guideline is created with the number 1 open. Now, once we've created this guideline, we're gonna go right underneath where we just left off with the clipper or the number 1 close. Remember, the lever, when it's closer to the air or closer to the ceiling, is closed. When the lever is closer to the ground, it is open. All right, we're following up with the half guard. This is your 1/16 or your number 0 if you're using Andis. And just to be safe, I'm gonna start open and close as needed until everything is blended, and then I'll follow it up if necessary, if needed, with the blade open, and you'll see what I'm talking about in just a moment. Here we are. So using the corners just to clean it up just a bit. Not really spending a lot of time on this portion, but it's just, for me, it's just part of the process. All right, and since we're already here, we're gonna go ahead and start blending the beard out. I went open, because remember, we did pass the number 1 open and then closed. So now we're going open blade, and we're closing it as we go up towards the tapered area or towards the temple, and it's blended. Here, I'm pretty much just doing detail work. All right, so next step is my 2 open, and I think I'm gonna blend down from here. Remember, we left off with a number 3. That's how we started the haircut. So I'm going 2 open, and then I'll go 2 close, as you see here, because the lever is closer to the ceiling than it is the ground. So we're closed now, and right underneath that, we'll follow it up with the 1.5 guard. Here we are, 1.5 guard. It's all the way open just to be safe, and we'll close it as needed until that line there that you see on the bottom, right there in the middle, right here. So we're closed now, and we're starting to attack that line, and we'll go to the number 1 guard open again if it's still there after using the 1.5 guard closed. And this is really my rough draft, guys. This is phase 1, right? I'm gonna line it up. I'll put the color enhancement on there if I'm gonna use color enhancement, and then I'll go back in and I'll do my detail work. But again, the reason why I'm taking these steps is to keep the audience at the hair show engaged, because I have a crowd of people behind me who are watching what I'm doing while I'm recording a tutorial, while talking to them, and just it's not easy being a platform artist. I hope you guys know, for everyone who has aspirations of being an educator or a platform artist at one of these shows and get paid to do this for a living, it is a craft in itself. It is a skill in itself. So if you could do it for free, do it. Work on your game, experience it, and it'll make you so much better and so much more in demand when it's time to start getting paid to do stuff like this. So we put the line in with the trimmers. It was nice, sharp, you know, and now we're gonna enhance it. Okay. Again, the enhancement is just like hair gel. It's just like a pomade. It's just supposed to enhance the amazing work you already did. Okay, so I'm gonna start putting the lining on his beard, just creating the outline. Really, that's all I'm trying to do, is create the outline. Then I'll put the color in, and then I'll use the razor. So I'll let you guys see what I'm talking about now. This beat going hard. Shout out to my cousin for this beat. And I didn't have the Sean Cuts hair template that I usually use. I couldn't find it for some reason, so I had to use a business card. But you see how I was bending that business card to create that little curvature. And then watch when we throw that razor on there, it's just gonna pop. Literally, when I started using the compressor, everyone just like stopped in their tracks that was walking by. The compressor and enhancements at shows always generates a huge crowd. But it's coming together, man, with that razor. Sheesh. All right, and like I said, I'm going back and I'm detailing my work. This is my favorite part of the process, really. To me, this is what separates a good haircut and a great haircut. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and start lining up this side of the beard. We might as well while we're on this side. But you can see as we're doing this, the crowd will be able to see, you know, enough of the work for it to keep their attention and say, yo, okay, I need to see how he does the other side. Alright, here we go. So same steps, guys. Same step. Let's see if you can follow along. Number 3 guard to clear the canvas. Doing the dumb high, stupid initial guideline. I got people wondering, what is he doing? Gonna go ahead and line up the nape area and around the ears. And let's start the steps, man. Blade open. We're gonna start to take out that bottom guideline. Here we go, and opening it as needed until it's blended. Little by little as we go up. Okay, next step is that number 1 guard open. Might as well start cutting the beard area. There we go, working it to the taper, the dumb high, stupid, crazy high taper. Almost like a mohawk almost. All right, now we're using the half guard all the way open and closing it until that guideline is gone. We'll use that blade open in case there's still a little bit of a guideline, just to take it out, using the corners like so. Okay, and now we start to do the beard work. I feel like this is like a mirror of what we did on the other side. using my half guard to go ahead and detail the blend of the beard here on this side. And he asked for the beard to be like really faded in. And I think it complements, you know, the whole haircut. So now we're using our number 2 open. Underneath that, it'll be the number 2 closed. What's the next step after the number 2 closed? You guys tell me. Do you remember? Comment below if you remembered. And don't lie. Alright, so 1.5 guard all the way open, and we close it as needed. And then we got a number 1 open to finish the job. And then we're gonna line them up. We're gonna put that enhancement, that sauce on them, and then we're gonna go back and detail it, because that's, to me, where the magic happens. Alright, slapping that. That's David Fowler back there. If you guys know who David Fowler is, go to his channel, let him know you saw him in the video, in the background. Good peoples, man. David Fowler's amazing, humble, great people. Same thing here, so we're gonna go ahead and do the outline here, slap the color on them, and then we'll put the razor. Now, it's not as full on this side as the other side was, and if you see near the mustache area, I didn't want to fill that in too much, because then it's gonna look fake. So I almost kind of just wanted it to have like a blended look. And then when we put the line, the razor on it, I feel like it made it look a little fuller, but I didn't want to put too much color in that light area. Sorry guys for that phone call. Slapping that razor on them. I like to use the medium exposure, me personally. I like that balance. I like that in between. Okay, and I forgot to put the do the shaver first, so I did it last on this side. So I feel like that thing coming out blurred. All right, and we haven't even detailed it yet. So now we're gonna go in and detail it. And I'm looking for slight imperfections. I'm just looking to, you know, troubleshoot a little bit. All right, finish lining up the neck area. We didn't want to tape. I feel like tapering the back here with this high of a taper kind of looks, it looks good, don't get me wrong, but I just wanted it to be different. I want to have a different look. And because he had length back here, I was like, freak it. I feel like this will work. So I could have tapered it, but I just wanted it to look different, unique, you know. All right, so you can see that his fringe area was cut up. He's gonna grow his hair out eventually for a crop top, and I'll do that haircut on YouTube. Hopefully he'll come to me when it's long enough. So we're going to leave the fringe area as low as possible and get it ready for a crop top. But in the meantime, instead of just leaving it look like it's growing back in or growing in, we're gonna go ahead and add some color just to give it some density. Slap that razor on there, and that thing gonna look crazy. Hey, y'all see David Fowler in the back? Y'all see him eating? He ain't supposed to be out. He ain't supposed to be back there eating. He's supposed to be working. Nah, just messing. David came out to show love and support, man, because he speaks Spanish fluently, and we needed somebody to do classes for us. So David came in, he filled in. Very kind of him to do so and help us out in that way. Like we got to kick it that whole weekend, and I really got to meet him and understand who he is as a person behind the scenes, not just a YouTuber. And he's just a really great guy, man. Humble dude. I really enjoyed spending the weekend with him. And yes, that's the bro, man. That's good peoples. Y'all go subscribe to his channel, man. Show him love. David Fowler. Go check him out. All right, so now we're lining up the mustache, and I feel like it just looks so much more. Like if I would have filled in that bald spot, it probably still would have looked good. I didn't want to take the risk at the show, making it look too fake. All right, so cleaning up the bottom of the neck, and if you could see my trimmers, man, I can use my trimmers for necks. I can use them on kids without any irritation. That's how I like my trimmer set. So this is the before, guys. Now look at the after. Sheesh. I wish I would have recorded. I didn't really record the after like I should have, like a 360 or anything like that, because of the ambiance, the crowd and stuff. I just totally forgot to. But I got this side, and I hope you guys enjoyed it. You can rewind it back to look at the other side. Love you guys. Appreciate y'all. If you're new to the channel, subscribe.